Thanks, Michelle. Well, here we go. The first game of Bandai Card Fest here, 2024-2025. Jackson Hong, one of the champions of the game, going up against Jeff Burnham, a powerful player in his own right. We got a Luffy battle, but not a Luffy mirror. Purple Luffy from OPO5, taking on the starter Luffy, black, yellow. Two Luffys, two very different decks, though.
Yep. Yeah, Luffy may only have a straw hat, but in the card game, he wears many hats of many different colors.
Very true.
It looks like Jeff actually got his ideal turn one play. He got first turn. He played the Law. The Law got the Zoro. Yep. So he's on stage to go to 3 energy, three Dawn, use his leader effect, and then go into the Zoro to search. So he's got his perfect curve right now.
Speaking of searching, we see Jackson using the Garp as well as the event from the original starter deck. The three brothers going to be getting the ideal searches there for him to try to set up his late game combos.
I think we got Jackson balling out of control with the full gold Luffy Don deck as well. He's got 2 of those. We'll see if it keeps popping up, but that's some shiny stuff already.
Well, I mean, in the store, you've got Conqueror's Hockey. On card games, you've got Rarity Flexing. That's it's strong.
True enough. The will of rarity. Yeah.
So there we see Jeff using the Monkey D. Luffy's leader ability to burn a life to gain an extra Dawn, playing that new 4-drop Runo Zoro that let him search the top 5 cards of his deck and add even more consistency. He's looking for some of those new bombs that came out in the starter deck, like Luffy Taro, or some of the ones that came out in OPO9, like the 9-drop Luffy.
Yep, can't quite see his hand, but right now we are hoping for, okay, so he's got the new huge like boss monster Luffy. He might already have Luffy Taro in hand just to be able to go use his leader effect the next turn and go up to 7, but this looks like the ideal ladder for a purple Luffy deck.
I mean, Luffy Taro on curve is just like the death blow for a lot of other decks too. It's hard to face something that hits you that fast and puts out that much stuff already. Looks like a little attack comes in, a little counter from Jeff as well to get out of that one. Kuzan on the board for Jackson. So a way to help him get some removal going.
Huge shout out to Jackson for keeping those Kuzans in his deck. I know a lot of BY players have been choosing to take it out because they kind of don't respect a lot of the Lucci matchup as much as maybe Jackson might.
I was wondering about that. I mean, it is a choice to make. It is one of those flex spots in deck right now. But I've always liked Kuzan. It draws you a card if nothing else. So it's never going to feel bad to play per se.
It's a lightning rod for removal, but especially in this format, you have so many big-bodied late game cards, and so we just have to be able to get rid of that. But we got the Sanji coming down, resting the Kuzan, potentially putting some heavy pressure on it just to chip away at the hand. But you don't want to have that Kuzan stay on the board because Purple is going to be able to play a lot of big bodies that Kuzan can potentially bring down to easy removal size.
I mean, it helps Jeff, go for the leader swing at Kuzan. Jackson's going to let it go with that, and we'll see what the follow-up is going to be. But, that purple board getting a little bit big. It looks like Zoro coming in now for a little bit of damage. Will we see Jackson counter out of it? I think you just take that life. I mean, Black Yellow Luffy kind of lives on that edge, right, where you want to get down to start your 0 life shenanigans, and Jackson, 1 card closer to that.
Yeah, but it could be a little rough sometimes to be like at 0 life before your 8 or even 10 down turn, because then it's really hard to combo out. You need to basically have all your babies already in hand and like essentially a full trash, which is really hard to do until like turn 5 or 6.
I mean, we're going to critical mass next turn for Jeff, and we can't really, like I said, we can't really see the hand, but it's going to be very easy for the next turn to get out of control. And so going down to 2 life, I mean, obviously it's the bread and butter of Monkey D. Luffy, like black yellow, but it is a little bit scary going into this next turn.
Something I want to point out too about Jeff's deck list here is he's revealed a Nico Robin blocker right there in the trash. I just noticed that. That's not commonly seen, but it can be a really fun way to sort of back up your really high intensity plays in the later half of the game.
Yeah, I like it. Rocket Luffy coming in. Yeah, he's just going to activate main to get rid of that Zoro right away. But going back to the blocker really quick, I think it's a good addition. I mean, we do find ourselves in probably more a little bit of an aggressive format. So those early blockers, especially dropped late just to be a body in the way of an attack can be pretty impactful.
We'll see what's going on. And the blockers are very important because sometimes just to get your curve up, you are dropping down to 2 life at times, and you don't want to have your combo power be, or your counter power be the only thing that's really in hand for that.
1000%. When you have a leader like kind of both of these Luffys here who want to be at lower life totals, the more blockers you play in your deck, the sort of longer you get to play the game and play these really big boss monsters.
You were talking about the gold Dawn on Jackson's side, but now we've just seen multiple King of Hell Zoro Dawns, and that dude has a mortgage in his Dawn area.
I believe Zoro is Jackson's favorite character, so.
I mean, it's
it's supremacy.
It's a very shiny resource deck, that's for sure.
He made sure to put that one on top of all the Dons, so that way only the camera sees those instead of the rest. He's like, these Luffy ones are nice, but Zoro.
Oh, there's like 3 Zoros, I think, down.
Got to do. You need the intimidation factor, like I said.
So here we see Jeff using his leader ability once again to go down to 2 life, going all the way up to 9 Dawn. Maybe going to try to play that 9 drop that we know is in his hand. Maybe establish something else.
Yeah, I feel like it might be a decent turn for that. Honestly, the Purple Luffy is one of the decks I haven't gotten the most reps on either, so I can't say for sure that that's what you want to do. But all I know is, man, when I'm at locals, people are throwing that 9-cost Luffy at me as fast as they possibly can.
So it's
we'll see.
Yeah, Purple Luffy's gonna dwindle. It's gonna dwindle its life regardless, just to be able to get on track.
Yeah.
But this is a pivotal moment because, as we all know, once a black deck gets to its cruising altitude of Dawn, your Gecko Morias and the amount of explosiveness that can come from this deck are going to be crazy. So going down to 2 life now is fine because that 2 life is going to evaporate at some point in this game. He needs to put on the pressure. And that Big Mom coming down to just kind of get back up after he's used his leader effect is very, very strong because the late game for both of these decks are just haymaker.exe. And you really do want to start making that cushion of life in order to be able to withstand a little bit and hopefully just have some sideways turns that just push the game into your favor. Like, this is a crazy space.
Honestly, putting a life back on Jackson's side actually kind of messes with his black-yellow Luffy plan, too, right? I mean, yeah, has to play a card to kind of swap things out there a little bit, looking for something there. But yeah, I mean, like, you can't get to, again, your, Luffy shenanigans, right, where you're boosting your own leader's power, where you're playing some of that other stuff until you get down to that 0 life area. So that does slow down Jackson a little bit. That said, gets himself down to 0 life right now, so maybe I spoke too soon there.
Yeah, the patented Hiyori plus Fist Luffy combo is really strong if you're just getting that last life out of there, setting up a Sabo baby for the following turns, and then going to be using the leader ability here, discarding a 5-drop Sabo to put, I think, what is that, Rocket Luffy and a Sabo into life.
Very, very good. Now the Sabo's giving its field-wide protection. And, Purple has some different things now that can get around the not KOable cards, but he's starting to set up his board in order to be able to withstand this following turn.
But now Jeff's in a position where he no longer needs to take life away from himself to start ramping, as he'll go to his 10 Dom, which means all of his plays are now active for himself, which is really good. Because at this point in the board, it's now about winning board and having enough threats that are high enough power to fight through the really powerful, bulky leader that Jackson has.
Yep, just asked about cards in hand. Jackson is 2 attacks away from potentially losing the game. And so right now, being able to look at your opponent's board and try to take pressure off it is important. And I know right now Jeff is really thinking what's worth to keep on board. But you do need enough attacks to get around this Sabo blocker and the face-up Luffy that's going to come into play. This is a very, very, very tense turn.
Yeah, not choosing to protect the Sanji there because the 2 cards in hand are worth more than the Sanji in play in Jeff's mind.
Yeah, I wonder what we're going to see come out of Jeff's side right now, because you're getting into that really, really tricky area against Black Yellow Luffy. That gets so difficult to play into because it seems like they always have answers. It seems like they're always recurring those Sabos as well. So it's like we only see 1 Sabo there. But how many Sabos is that really going to be over the course of the game?
1,000%.
Yeah, it could be 1,000. Yeah, who knows? But either way, you're still going to swing with that Big Mom, I think. And what's it going to be from Jackson? Is he going to throw the blocker in right away, or can you just counter out of that? I mean, he has the plus power on the Luffy from the hero activation last thing, and that's what also makes things a little bit difficult. You just need more power coming in to do any sort of damage.
And
Another
you see
attack
that
from the 9-drop Luffy,
Well, this is actually very, very scary. This is a very intensive turn for the hand. You want to force that blocker off so it's not there to kind of gum up the game later. But we are seeing a 2K come out. The power boost is very important for this turn, allowing Jackson to keep most of his already kind of small hand. But we're just getting to the point where both decks are high octane. Yeah,
but that, when the opponent leader becomes, there's a Gecko Moria. When the opponent leader becomes a 7K, it becomes a 9K. You might have 9Ks, 10Ks, 12Ks on the board, and they can still counter out of it even easier. It gets really difficult. Going up to 7 already is Jackson this turn.
And here we can see the mastery that Jackson has over this deck. He just sped through the entire full combo. Now, if you guys are wondering, he's probably going to end this turn with at least 1 life, 1 blocker, a 9,000 attack point leader, and that Fist Luffy's currently 8,000 power and is able to attack. Really threatening board.
Yeah, this is actually going absolutely crazy. Did we see another Sabo? Oh, okay.
Here we go. Yeah, another Sabo. So we got 2 blockers on the board now. And also, it's worth mentioning, you get to draw 2, discard 2. You get to have that protection for all your other units against KO as well. I mean, this is just one of the dream boards for Black Yellow Luffy right now.
And this is exactly why, Jeff was trying to put on the pressure in the past 2 turns, because these are the boards that are going to start locking the game.
It's starting to feel that way for sure. And I mean, we just briefly mentioned Gecko Moria, right? He's like, he's bringing back the boys, but he's also a 9K body on the board too, so also a relevant attacker going forward as well.
He both builds advantage and also creates the amount of tempo you need just to close out a game.
Yeah.
Really solid card ever since set 6.
I mean, rinse, lather, repeat. Every Gecko Moria is going to boost his leader, filter his hand, and add another blocker to the board. And this is just going to be a position that's going to be very hard to break from a purple perspective, even with the amount of power you have on purple's top end.
Yeah, it does get really, really difficult for the opposing player right now when Black Yellow Luffy's able to establish a board, this large, right? And just going to be a 9K swing from that Luffy leader now after the double buff. That's going to be a life that Jeff takes into hand here. And what is the answer from Jeff Burnham? I mean, it's just a rough position to be in.
The other issue is that, like, at this point, the board is getting almost too wide to try to contest with, like, attacks.
Right.
The blockers coming out. You are really playing, in most cases, one good rusher. Sometimes Luffy Taro, you can play 2 bodies, but Jackson is just playing in a completely different economy with how many bodies he can put out in one turn, and it doesn't hurt him that Sabo is speeding him to his other Gecko Morias to keep sustaining this field, while Jeff is drawing off the top of his deck and hopefully trying to find something that can push a Sabo off the field just for it to come back on the field.
Right.
Some Sanjis might be good because you could rest something, keep it out of the drop so that it doesn't come back immediately, but this is going to be a really uphill battle from here on out.
So one Sanji already. It looks like it's going to be, Luffy attacking in. And that's going to be one Sabo blocker out of the way at least. Jackson happy to toss that aside again. He can just theoretically get it back again next turn. So it's easy to use those to soak up a hit.
Yeah, something that I think Jeff is thinking about is how can we stop Jackson from continuously going for this one life at the end of my full combo, because that's what's keeping him from having the actual threats. Usually,
Sure.
If you have like 3 to 4 9K attacks in the late game, that'll be enough to force enough cards out of Luffy's hand and win the game, but they need to be at 0 life in order for that to be really effective.
Right.
And Jackson knows this, so he's going to make sure he stays at 1 life and a 9K leader as much as possible. And having that Fist Luffy in play is what enables him to do that right now. And so seeing Jeff target that down with this at first attack was really huge, and I think kind of leads me to believe that he's going to maybe target it again for the rest of his attacks this turn.
I mean, the general, logic is like, well, just try to outlast them, make them, they can use all the boys, but like Gecko keeps bringing them back, right? Those 2-cost young versions of Luffy and Sabo, and occasionally the Ace, to keep bringing back the blockers, bringing back the removal, and you just can't outlast that a lot of times.
Exactly. So I wonder if Jeff is realizing that now and maybe going, okay, maybe we need to force the issue and force more cards out of Jackson's hand.
Need a bit of a Hail Mary.
Board,
yeah.
Or just get that damage in and start him at 0, so that way it's harder for him to combo off fully.
I mean, the thing about this field is that at any time, the defense we see on the board can also become offense. Gecko Moria is a big dude as well as the leader, able to go up high.
Yep.
And so even though Jeff has a fairly healthy hand, that hand can be shredded in 1 to 2 turns depending on what happens from Jackson's side. So you really have to start whittling down the board in order to not have those threats on there, because Jackson's life is an accordion. It's going to go up and down, up and down. Jeff's life that's more static.
I feel bad for whoever we've got backstage doing the life counters for Jackson Hunt. That's trial by fire for the first game of the weekend. They're doing great.
There's got to be a Steam board just for the life count.
Yeah, that 4 life is very deceptive. It's more like on an average game, a 9 or 10 life leader.
You have to be a virtuoso piano player to keep up with the life chance on the Black Yellow Luffy side. Yeah.
Playing a sonata as you play the game.
There you go. Just waiting for...
Oh, we're making a move.
Oh, okay. All right, what's it going to be? Got 9 Don Rest or 8 Don Rest.
All right.
It's like, oh, there's Luffy Taro. Okay, 7 Don Rest. My bad.
Yep, this is one of the newer cards from the purple starter deck. Going to let him play a Straw Hat
filter
from his hand. Going to get that Onami, because Onami, I believe we're at 8 or more done right now, which means we can discard 1 and draw 2, and it is a blocker.
Yep. And getting to go 1 card up in your hand as well is really nice. Whether it's from the counter or whether it's just to kind of find more threats to throw into your opponent the next turn. That was a solid turn for Jeff. And, you are kind of digging, you feel like you're digging yourself out of a hole a little bit here. But it is achievable,
So there we see Jackson forcing out that blocker by attacking with Rocket Luffy. Obviously, if Jeff didn't block, he could just use the Rocket Luffy's effect to get rid of it anyway.
Correct.
So now Jackson just gets rid of the law and draws a card before he makes any other moves. I love doing this. So before I commit any Dawn, I always try to get as many valuable attacks as possible just to kind of figure out how my opponent's going to choose to play into my board currently before I commit any of my own resources.
Yeah, and this is just a point where this actually I mean, he still has all of his Dawn up, and we still see. There's a Gecko Mori at the top of his hand. That is indeed powerful. But yeah, we actually seeing the board kind of getting torn apart, and I am excited to see how Jackson establishes the end of this turn, because we are kind of reaching critical mass actually on Jeff's side, and there's a lot of power coming to this next turn. But the Gecko Mori coming down, another Rocket Luffy.
I feel like we do see a lot of this, though, where the Luffy board size it is like an accordion, like you mentioned, the life is like that, but the board is kind of like that, too, because, again, you're not going to be as afraid to commit those blockers to soak up attacks when, you can bring a lot of them back again the next turn, and, we're going to see that happen, right? We see the Rocket Luffy coming back. I would imagine we're going to see the Sabo coming back.
Oh, 100%. But he's got a filter. He's got to get those dead cards out of his hand.
So, we'll see that board bounce right back up again, and looking at Gecko Moria, now we've got 2 of them on the board, so that's going to be 2 9K attacks in future turns.
Correct. I think the scary thing here is that, like, with Sabo coming out next turn, right, we are potentially 1 Sanji away from having a very, very draining turn, but at the same time, we are going to be at 1 life.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of a buffer, and Jackson's hand seems pretty healthy. But this could actually just be 1 tap effect away from a very, very, very devastating turn.
It's going to be a close finish, yeah.
Yeah, I love you pointing that out there, Chris, because notably, between this turn and last turn, 2 things are different. Number 1, Jackson has 1 less blocker than he did before, same amount of life, but Jeff also has 1 more attacker that's already in play in the Luffy Taro that he can just attach 1 Dawn to and become a threat to this leader, Luffy. And like you said, if we see a Sanji that rests, that's another attacker because it can gain rush, being able just to kind of bully Jackson's hand, or at the very least, steal Jeff this game.
Now, this is still some pressure. We're coming with the Gecko Mori, and the leader is still untapped. So we actually have 2 huge attacks coming in, and he's going to attack the hand. Now, Jeff has more than enough cash to spend to keep his board alive.
Yeah, we saw it earlier, too. One of the most powerful cards that came out in OPO9 for the purple color in Gum Gum Giant. Basically just like an ultimate defensive piece that not only gains you 4,000 power on defense, but draws you 2 cards and lets you filter your hand for all those, non-counter big boys that you play in your deck. Really cool.
Taking it.
Wow, going down to 0. Okay.
I'm going to try to win the game next turn.
And that's another.
I think so.
Oh, is that another Luffy? Is that another? Yeah, that's another SDR Luffy on the top of his hand. It looks like.
Yeah, I think
this is going to be a big turn because he's going to have a lot of big body rushers. This 9K is nothing to a grip. He might have one of the biggest hands I've seen in One Piece in a bit. But he's gonna drop all that to make sure he survives. The leader is absolutely huge right now. But going into this turn is not bad for Jeff. Jeff has 3 bigger bodies. He has his leader still, and he's going to be able to play that Luffy at minimum. But if, like I said, a single tap effect, that Sanji with the rush and the being able to tap the blocker, he's going to be able to just straight check the hand of Jackson to see how much counter value is in it.
I gotta say, regardless of how this game turns out, I'm so impressed by the poise that Jeff has had in this game as far as
there we see the Uso resting the Sabo blocker.
He's got it, yeah.
Uso
That's
Hachi.
huge.
Nah, this is about to go crazy.
Yeah.
Notably, Jeff used a lot of 1Ks to stop that Jackson 9K attack because he was saving this 2K Usopp to go for the game.
Yeah, I mean, that might just be the game right there. I mean, Jeff is patient, waited, can he finish it off right now? It's looking pretty good. What's in the hand of Jackson Hong, though?
And what's really cool is that because of the Luffy's ability, that will go to the bottom of the life. And here we see 13 coming from the big mom at Jackson.
That is that.
11.
I think that is that.
12,
he still
13,
has more.
14.
Oh, he still has more attacks.
And there's the Jeff giving it to Jackson. He had the counter power in hand. Congratulations to Jackson. I know it's a little strange there, folks, but Jackson did have enough.
I know, right? I mean,